Hi everyone, welcome to our second Revit class. I know that yesterday we just looked at the interface and everything about Revit, but I think that was really necessary to give you an overview and like a knowledge and of Revit and everything, give you a holistic view of Revit, okay, a 360 view. And I do want to give you a very detailed information, instruction, so that's why I'm going through all of these steps, okay? So welcome to the second class. We're here, okay? And today we're gonna start drawing. Today is gonna start to be a little more fun, okay? Today I want to start with here on our architecture tabs, and now you already know that. And I do want to start with walls, okay? Let's start drawing some walls here. So every time that we see this window pop up here, and then you see here wall, and then you see right next to it in parentheses WA. So that means that's the shortcut for that specific option, okay? So either I click here or I press on my keyboard WA is gonna create here this option, okay? And it changed here. You see that it changed to this little cross here on my drawing, okay? A couple of things changed. I see that my property window changed a little bit because, as we mentioned, properties, it's on about each one of the options, okay? And then I have some options here as well. So I'll explain to you this in a little bit, okay? So I'll just start drawing. So I come here, and you see here that I have these walls, and then it gives me all these dimensions, right? It gives me the dimension, it gives me the angle. So I can either click here, like let's say if I want 28 feet, and I click, or I can just like press on my keyboard, let's say 23 feet, and it will draw this wall as 23 feet. And you see, as I'm drawing, it's already like trimming all of the corners and it's doing all of the work, okay? So I'm just gonna like draw some like random walls here for you to see, and we're gonna start with that, okay? So here we can see, excuse me, we can like use this dots here when you select a wall to extend or to change. I can select here this wall, and then I can move this wall, okay? And I can just, it's very easy, and everything, it adapts. I'm not doing anything else, I'm just like moving stuff. And you see how easy this is when I'm doing this, right? And this is it. Let's just start with this for now. So here I'm seeing all of these four little arrows here. So this is marking my elevations, okay? So right here, these are my elevations, which I'm seeing here, elevations on my project browser. So this, for example, if I click here and I double click on this arrow, I'm gonna be taken to the north elevation here. You see, I'm being taken to the north elevation. This immediately gets darker. Okay, so I'm gonna close here, and I'm gonna close my project. Here, this is gonna be my east elevation. Okay, and east elevation. So so this is what this arrow means. Okay, and it's all obviously connected with my project browser. Okay, so this is my walls. I'm sorry, this is my walls, and when I click here, so I can see here that this is a basic wall, generic 6 inches wall, but there are a lot of walls that I can select from. And there's even curtain walls, which you're gonna get to it, but there are different options, you know, of walls that I can use. So for example, let's say if this wall right here, I want this to be 8-inch wall, and immediately it changes, and you see how it got thicker than the other ones, okay? I can also come back here and make this a 4-inch wall, okay? And now it's thinner. So I can play around with this depending on what I want to build, and I can change this. And each one of these walls right here here have a different set of properties. You see it? They have different layers and they have different thickness, and they're all different. So you can select and you can draw thinking about your construction, thinking about ahead, what you're going to see on site, what you want to see on site, what you need on site, and you can draw on that. Okay, so here we see here from our properties, we see some wall properties. So let's go into that. All right, so right here I see base constraints, and I see the constraint here is on first floor. Okay, so that's good because I want my wall to start on the first floor. You know, I want the base to be on the first floor. Okay, and the top I see here is unconnected. It's not if I click here, I see that I can attach the top to one of these levels, but it defaults to unconnected and 20 feet high. And I'm going to show you what this means. I'm going to go here on view, and I'm going to select 3D view. Okay, view 3D view, and right here I have my wall, and then I can see here that this wall, it's on the first floor, is unconnected, is 20 feet high. Okay, if I come here on my top constraint and then I click and then I go to second floor, you'll see that it will just go onto the second floor. Okay, it's not going to be 20 feet tall anymore. It's just going to be whatever is the second floor is set here on the level. Okay, this is important because for example, if I have this link to a level, you see here this level, I can come here on my second floor, for example, and I click once and I click again on the number, and I'm able to edit this height. Okay, so for example, it's 9 feet. Now I can select 11 feet. Okay, 11 feet, and now my wall is 11 feet tall. Okay, because it's not attached to just like a static number, it's attached to a level which I can change the parameters, and that's gonna make my life so much easier on down the road, because I don't need to change anything. I don't need to change everything. I just change one parameter and everything updates itself. Okay, so what I can do is that I can select all of these walls. I can come here, select one, and I press Control on my computer, and then I press this one and I press all of these walls. I select all of these walls. Okay, all of these walls, and I come here on my properties and I select top constraint. I select to my second floor. Okay, so and now everything is linked to my second floor. So again, just for you to see again, I can change here to 12 feet, and everything, all of my walls change. Okay, and I can come back here and then I can select, because I can also rename second floor to whatever it is that I need, and I can come here and then say 9 feet, and then that's my level. Okay, so that's important. All right. So that's you're starting to have fun here, starting to see a little bit of the options. Okay, so I have my walls here, and let's go down the properties panels here. And right now we set up for the top constraint to be on the second level, and I can select. I can use this wall. I can select it for it to be structural. Then it's going to give some different drawing pattern here, because if I select this to be structure, it's going to understand that this is a bearing wall, and it's going to have a different kind of length to the other walls. Okay, just for you to know that exists. Okay, another interesting thing about Revit is that here I'm selecting this wall, and it's going to give you some units. It's giving me the length of this wall, and I cannot even change it. You know what I mean? Like, it already calculates that for you. It gives me the area, and it gives me the volume of this wall that it's selected. Okay, and if I come down here on the last thing on this properties, it's phasing. Okay, and this is very, very, very useful for us, because here we can see phase created. Okay, phase created. I can say that this is a new construction, or I can say that this is an existing construction. And for example, if I select that this is an existing, this wall is existing construction, you see here how it changes the pattern, right? How it's like a little gray, it's like a little lighter, and that's gonna show my drawings as well, you know. So I just need to create a legend for that, but it's already, you start to differentiate, you visually differentiate what's existing on a project, what's new, and that's very, very important if it's a renovation. If it's all new, then you don't have to do that, but if it's some part of it's new, you can just select the elements. It can be any element, it can be a door, it can be a wall, it can be a window that is existing. This phasing here exists on all of these options. So I can say it's existing or new construction, and I can even say that, oops, I click here on this, I can even say that it's existing, is an existing wall, and I can say that is phase demolish. I can say that is demolished during the construction, and then see what happens. See, it's a little, I know it's a little bit confusing because it's like phase demolish, new construction, but it's mean that this object is being demolished on the new construction, during the construction. So that's how Revit reads this information. But no matter what, it already reads that it's demolition and already dashes in, and likewise shows you exactly what's being demoed in this project. Okay, and like I said, you can use this for all of the other architectural elements. Okay, and so this is very important here. Phasing, phase created, existing. I'm gonna go back to new construction, and I'm gonna say phase demolish, none. So there's no demolition here, everything is a new project. Okay, but phasing, it's there, very important. Okay, so here it's our walls. Okay, I'm on my 3D view. Okay, I've already attached them to the second floor. I just want to show you one more time all of these options here. Like I said, that are on the properties. You see here, we can set up this the same way here. Okay, we can say this, we can attach this to each one of the levels here, so it's basically repeating all of those informations, okay, that we saw on the properties. We can, like location line, we can draw this wall from the center. You see here this blue dash line from the center, which means wall center line, or we can come here, wall, and we can create for finish exterior. So it's going to draw from the finish exterior. Okay, you see the difference? Or we can create here, we can select how do we want to draw, which like reference line we want to use. Okay, and if we want to use offsets, and if we want to create radius. So this is a little bit of repeat of like this properties, not only repeat but a shortcut that is easily accessible right here. Okay, and this it repeats on the other objects as well. So I just want to show you that. I'm going to delete this. Okay, and now I'm going to create some doors. Okay, let's create some doors into our project, and you see here that like on the walls there's already some preloaded types of doors. Okay, they're existing here, and it's very easy. You just like simply click and you insert, and already trims it out for you, and it makes the drawing already looks the way you need it to, more or less. You can still add more detail, but we're gonna see how we do that. Okay, so this is a sliding door, like a closet door. I don't know why I put it here, but I just want to show you. And there are all of these options here that you can create, and I'm going to show you in 3D what it looks like in a second. Okay, so this is a door. This is all of the doors, and I'm going to show you in 3D. So I'm going to come here, view, and see all of these doors already come in elevation, you know, and all of details. So each one of these doors is a family. Okay, each one of these doors is a family, and then we're gonna see how to change these families, but I just wanted to illustrate for you how the doors work Okay, they're very simple. You just place them inside of the wall and already does the work for you, okay, the way that you want it to be. All right, so this is those doors. All right, and I just want to show you that. Okay, now I'm gonna go back to the walls. All right, and I'm gonna show you a little bit about the properties of the walls. Okay, because we're starting on the foundations. Okay, we're starting with the most important things first, and once you get the fundamentals, everything is going to be easy for you. Okay, once you learn the fundamentals, you know how to do this with whatever object that you're using. Okay, so we're doing on the properties, right? And we can change. You see how all the types, these are all the types of walls that are available to you. Okay, these are all the types, and you don't have to be restricted to those types. Okay, you can create new types or you can edit types. Okay, and how you do it is by clicking here, edit type. Okay, so you click edit type, and this new window, this new property window opens up. Okay, here you can set up parameters for the object, and like properties, if each, like this options will be different for each of element. Okay, so this is going to be different, this is going to be this for walls, but if you can do the same for doors, and this is going to be slightly different. Okay, but just the options are going to be slightly different. All right, so for example, this is a generic 6-inch door, 6-inch wall, right? And I can duplicate this wall, or I can rename it. Okay, rename it. If I just want to rename this to something more specific that helps me, I can do that. Okay, or I can duplicate. Okay, and I can create let's say double layer, I don't know, 8-inch wall. Okay, when you click edit, you see this window here, and then you see exterior side and interior side and the structure here, which previously was 6 inches, but now we're gonna change the thickness here to 4 inches. Okay, and we're gonna insert new layers. Okay, we're gonna insert this layer, and then we're gonna move it up, and then we're gonna insert this other layer, gonna move it up, and we also gonna insert 2 more and move these 2 down, all the way down to the interior side. Okay, here, move it down. It's outside. You can assign materials to it here into this option. We're not gonna go there now, but this wall thickness here, this layer on the outside, on the exterior, you can put 1 inch and 1 inch, and on the interior side 1 inch and 1 inch, and you have the whole wall as thickness, and this can be different treatments and different things that you might want to do into or your wall. So I'm gonna hit no save here for now. I'm gonna click OK, and I'm gonna see what happens. And you see nothing changed, right? Nothing changed, but hold on. If you come here, when you move to medium, look what happens. It's right here. You see all the layers? They're all here, you know, on this wall that we created here, this double layer super thick wall, and it's right here, and you can play with those numbers. And one last trick, if you come here on edit type, and then you select the option wrapping on the inserts, and then you can say both, and you hit apply, look what happens. It wraps around on the doors or the openings. If you had windows, this will happen too, and it does that wrapping, which it matches reality. So with that, we end our second class, and I hope this was entertaining to you. I hope this was interesting, and I see you on the third class.